Hey everyone, this is Austin, and yes, I know I said I was going to cover Horimiya, but I'm not going to because I see a lot of people not talking about bottom tier, and I don't have really that much freedom on the weekend to do much to cover stuff anymore. But honestly, I'm going to say something controversial. This anime is a lot better. I wouldn't say a lot better, but better in certain senses of realism, and truth be told, Horimiya is just a feel-good anime, so I'm not going to, say it's bad. It's good. I think it is really good. Just want to clear that up before people misunderstand what I said. But to talk up a little bit of previous episodes, because I'm not going to do a video on it because I feel I'll waste your time. This anime had a very slow start, in my opinion. And it's like a slow burn, in a sense. And there's something I've noticed with a lot of series that if it starts off pretty slow, it usually goes really well. I mean, look at Season 2 of Re:Zero. I mean, I did not like Season 1 of Re:Zero. I didn't think it was good. But, Season 2 brought the heat, and I love it. Especially Amelia. But continue on before I make some people cry. I am going to finally talk about the episode that has happened today. So we see that Tomo, I'm going to say his last name that way so it's easy for me to write and to explain. We see that he is late to the date that he had with her, and she kind of said, it's alright because you're dressed better. And I'm going to be honest, this boy, he did dress pretty good. And a little quick thing is, I know a lot of people don't like this character, just like, Kazuya from Rent-A-Girlfriend, because it reminds them of themselves. The thing is, it's okay to accept who you are and so you can improve. But I'll talk a little bit more about that later on. And we see that we get to see the old, hey, we're going to shop for better clothing. And I love how video games is kind of used as a comparison for him to understand to pick better clothing. And truthfully, what he picked, I think, is really nice looking. And I love how socially awkward he is, because I'm not going to lie, I was this socially awkward when I was younger, and I struggled time to time to, be socially out there and everything. It takes a lot of courage, to say the least, to do that, especially in this current environment. You don't want to insult anyone, I understand that, but it's quite interesting how this plays such a huge part in the entire series, and it's like watching your friend grow, and it's awesome, I think. And I know a lot of people maybe, get turned off about the whole thing of his character, but hey. Anyways, continuing on, we see Oi has set up a hair appointment for, Tomo, which is actually really nice of her, and she is the negotiator. Such a true thing about if you ever go on a date with a person. Splitting food to trade and to try it is usually what's gonna happen to you, and I like how she made a good point about, issues with oneself. As I said, I was going to talk about this, is the whole, you have to know what you are bad at to fix it, and let me just tell you right here and now, that's good advice. But now going on to her. We see good old, Fuka show up as, she's working there, and this is while, good old Tomo is trying to learn new phrases to, be more sociable, and this is going to start a whole new rumor between, Oi and Tomo are dating or something like that, and it seems that Fuka is a very soft-spoken person, and we now see the new goal. Oi wants Tomo to make Fuka his first girlfriend, and I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like it's going to happen. I haven't read the manga, but I feel jealousy is going to play a part in one of these scenes, but hey, who knows. But it seems that Fuka has always liked Tomo for a while, as Oi pointed out, and I thought that was actually kind of interesting, because it's weird that she knew a lot of stuff about him, and it's a nice kind of like touch, by the way, how they briefly talked about the whole ethics of, or, being proper to people in Japan, or overall, and truth be told, Oi and Tomo seem more like a couple than, the other way. For some reason, I feel like she's going to get jealous at some point and kind of realize, hey, maybe I like him too. But I do have to say, great little, date they had, and can't wait to see the possible next date with him. But all jokes aside, we see that Tomo is actually kind of happy because his sister kind of complimented him, but it was a backwards compliment, and I actually kind of laughed because I'm like, dang, she got you kind of thing. And the thing is, I actually kind of like that the sister isn't a huge major thing yet, because I don't know about you guys, I kind of get uncomfortable with certain animes that kind of push that narrative, if you know what I mean. But anyways, continuing on, we see that he reported to what happened, and basically, well, he wasn't really happy because of the backhand compliment, and I'm like, nah, I wouldn't be either. And he kind of, we see Tomo all happy about it, and yeah, no. But his next goal is to, go somewhere with a female that isn't her, and his weekly goal is to talk to Yuzu at least twice. And I'm getting flashbacks of, playing like, good old MMOs I used to play in. I have to say, quite a nice thing to, have a video game kind of comparison. And I'm like really liking that about this anime. And it just keeps making me come back and over and want to know more and more kind of thing. But anyways, continuing on. Now, Oi made a very good point about how you have to make sure you look good overall with people around the person that you are trying to, per se, date. Because the thing is, people are going to just, for some reason, I've done it when I was younger, but you kind of just rush in head first and like, I'm going to just make her like me. And it's just, you don't care enough to, per se, learn how her friends view you. And the thing is, that goes both ways for men and women. That's how you should do it, so you kind of have this connection, and you show that you care about them, not just, the relationship. It's just, you actually care about the individual, which makes it in a relationship. It's very complicated to explain, but I do like how it brings up the whole thing. You need to know the person and build trust before you actually get in a relationship with them, and you got to build that base trust. And it's why rushing into a relationship is good. I know some animes, the relationship happens pretty fast. It's an anime, it's fiction, so I hope people know not to do that. Just, some advice from Austin here. But, yeah, I do like how she just cares enough to kind of yell at him and to, point out a lot of his flaws. She's a good friend, and I just, for some reason, in my gut, I haven't read anything, the manga or the light novel, if it has one. I feel that they're going to end up together for some reason, but continuing on, we actually see that he tries to speak to Yuzu, but it doesn't go so well, and Tomo just got very unlucky with Yuzu, in my opinion, because it's just, he didn't really have much to talk about, and I do like how Tomo tries so hard, and honestly reminded me of, Persona 4 Golden with the S-Link of I, which was the most difficult, social link in Persona, in my opinion, because it could regress. But, sorry getting the whole Persona into that, but it seems that he was working hard, and I like when he went into the library, he actually got Fuka to approach him, and she actually tries to make a connection with him. This man goes there just to freaking read books, just to make strategies up for his game. Just, oh man, I love him, to say the least. And I see that, Fuka really, really weirdly pays attention to everything he does, and I thought she was going to confess. I'm not going to lie, I was a little upset that she didn't, but, I mean, she's writing a novel, and the good man is going to read it, which is, he made his, social link here, I guess. I did kind of say, I am thou, that are I. Thou hast acquired a new vow, and it shall bring that too closer to the truth. I'm sorry for that reference, but I do like how Oi was really amazed with how well he did, and then just spectacular, honestly, because now he has a chance of, going forward with that goal that she had, and it seems that good old Tomo actually is a very true person and doesn't want to make fake feelings of just going after a person just to go after them, which I actually really respect and I like, and a lot of people can learn from that on both sides kind of thing. But it's really nice to see this kind of character, and he did pass the weekly goal, and he's level 3 now, and at the end was interesting because we see Yuzu by herself per se, and it's just quite the fascinating thing that it all led to kind of like a flagged event of him, hey, talking a little bit. It didn't really seem like it did much, but in reality, it kind of did, and it kind of made her see him kind of a respectable person. I wouldn't say respectable, I would say a person that kind of cares about her, and he actually thought about, the good old advice that, Oe gave her, and he used it. He actually asked if she's okay because she's looking so gloomy, and tries to cheer her up, but it didn't really go well. He kind of was about to leave, and she goes, hey, since you're so good at tag fam, or Smash Brothers, I'm going to call it, because that's what it is, but, We have to be careful with copyright with Nintendo because they always get a little upset about everything, but she wants him to teach him, and this is kind of leading into a whole new thing. Good episode. I actually really enjoyed this anime. What do you guys think about this entire anime? Who's your favorite, girl? But anyways, guys, this has been Austin, and I am signing out. Peace.